Hello and welcome back to Medical Terminology. This is the second video that we're doing with regard to getting started in the medical terminology course. Hopefully you've all had a chance to view the first video, which is all about how to get registered for the course. This video will review the homework assignments and how to get started in that. So let's get started. You're going to do all of the homework assignments in Moodle. So I have gone ahead and gone into Moodle and accessed our course page. Here is where you'll find all of the assignments for the course. Up at the very top of the course, you'll notice Moodle 101 Orientation. If you're unfamiliar with Moodle, I would recommend that you take some time to review this training module. Down below that is our course syllabus and also the glossary. You'll use the glossary throughout the term to learn the correct spelling, the correct pronunciation, as well as definition of terms you may not know yet. Down below that in our course material is Week 1. You'll see I have the PowerPoint for modules 1 and 2 listed here, as well as the homework. So let's get started on the homework assignments. The first one is EAL. EAL is Elsevier Adaptive Learning, and it's where you'll be studying the terminology. We'll click on 1.1. At this point, this is the screen that you should be seeing and working in. If you do not see this screen, if it gets stuck part way, close the window and start again. If it gets stuck as well again, then you might check your pop-up blocker to make sure your pop-up blocker is off. So then the window will be able to pop up. All right? So when you go into Elsevier or the EAL assignment, this is the screen that you should see. Up here at the top left, you'll see 1.1 combining forms. You will have the ability to learn 5 new terms or 10 new terms as you choose. I'm going to go ahead and show you 5 new terms. So I'm going to click in the lower left of the screen, and I'm going to go to the lower right and learn 5 terms. When you start this assignment for the very first time, EAL will show you a term and then it will give you the definition, and it will do that for 5 terms. Give you the term, give you the definition. After that, it will quiz you on the 5 terms you've just learned. I've already studied the terms in this section, so it's quizzing me as to the terms in this section. Do you know this? Intestine, the small intestine. Down at the bottom right, you can say, "Oh, I don't know that." If you click it, it will give you the answer. And it will say it out loud for you so you understand how the correct pronunciation should be. Great, I've got it now. Now you go to the next term. I. Ophthalmo is one of the choices. And
Ophthalmo.
That's correct.
Glyco.
Glyco. We're going to look here. Now say for example, I know this is sugar is the correct answer, but let's choose disease. Oh darn, the correct answer is sugar. So I've got it now.
Glyco.
It'll review it for you. If you want to hear the pronunciation again, just click the little sound button on the left. Head. I don't see it listed as one of the choices, but look at the bottom. None of the above. I'm going to click none of the above
Cephalo.
for cephalo.
Rhino.
Rhino is nose, and so that's none of the above. It's not one of the choices. So we've completed studying those 5 terms. We could say, good job. We can close that window. And now we look at these little balls over here, which are individual terms that we've studied in this unit. The goal is to get all your individual little terms up to level 1.5. Once you've reached this goal, you don't need to study this section anymore. You want to get to level 1.5 in every assigned section, and then you'll earn 15 points for this section. A couple of things I want to point out to you is this schedule. This schedule is very important. Once you start studying the terms in this section or in any section, Sarago or Elsevier EAL will set a schedule for you to review the terms on. If you stick with this schedule and review it on time, you will move more quickly and efficiently through the terms. When you first study 5 terms, the schedule may say, study them again in 2 hours. Then you'll study them, and then the next time, the schedule might say, study them again in 6 hours, and so forth. So you're periodically throughout your day remembering to review those terms. You'll also be getting emails from Sarago and EAL to be able to remember to study the terms. In section 1.1, there are 33 terms to study overall. I have studied all 33 terms. And you might see this 0 for fading. Fading just means these terms are ones I need to practice. So if I have 5 terms here, I could just go in and practice those 5 terms. Okay. So that's essentially the EAL homework tool. When you're finished with this section, you're going to click exit in order to close this window. Progress saved, you can safely close this window. One other thing to point out is we got to this page through EAL on the Moodle page where all of our course assignments are. You can study the Elsevier or EAL homework through Moodle on your computer, or you also can study it on your phone using this same system. On your phone, you download an app called Sarago. Sarago is free to download on your smartphone, iPhone or Android, and it'll operate exactly the same way. When you go to www.sarago.com, you can set up an account here using your student.clackamas.edu email address, so that will sync with the content in Moodle. By doing that, all of your progress, whether it's on your phone or on your computer, will all sync into Moodle and the gradebook in Moodle. If you do plan to study the terminology through Sarago on your phone, the grades will not automatically enter into Moodle. Your instructor will contact you or let you know how your grades will be transferred into Moodle. Your progress will be tracked if you use your student.clackamas.edu email address, but it won't automatically enter into Moodle gradebook. So again, your instructor will be in contact with you to tell you how those grades will get into the Moodle gradebook. So that finishes off the assignments for Elsevier Adaptive Learning, or EAL. You have 3 assignments for Module 1 and 4 assignments for Module 2 for Elsevier Adaptive Learning, or the EAL. The next thing are the case studies. So in EAL, you've been studying the pieces of terms and learning what those pieces mean. In the case studies, those are ways to take those pieces of terms and put them together for use in a medical setting. So let's do the first case study together. So in this scenario, a group of medical terminology students have been given an assignment by their instructor to put together some medical terms based on information she's given them. The first question is, what is the term that means inflammation of a bone and joint? As you've probably learned in Module 1 and 2, inflammation, the medical term is itis, bone is osteo, joint is arthro. So, osteoarthritis. It is important to spell it correctly, otherwise it will be marked wrong. So, what is the term that means study of the heart? Cardi and logy, cardiology. What is the term that means condition of a kidney? Kidney is nephro. Condition is osis, nephrosis. What is the term that means pertaining to above the stomach? Above is epi, stomach is gastro, epigastric. What is the term that means pertaining to the study of blood? Hemato is blood, logy is study of, hematology. Finish attempt. I can see over here that I've completed all the questions because they're all grayed out. If there's one that's still white on the bottom, then you know you haven't answered that question. You might go check it out and complete that question before submitting your quiz. I'm going to submit all and finish. And that's completed. That completes case study 1.1. There are case studies in modules 1 and 2. So if you go back to the Moodle page into week 1, after you've completed the case studies, all that's left is the quiz, which is you're allowed to take it more than once, and the exam, which you are allowed to take one time. Make sure to pay attention to the syllabus, which will tell you what the due dates are for all assignments. And again, if you have any questions, please email your instructor. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy learning the new language of medical terminology.